Hi, Mol.
Hi.
So, what podcast are we doing?
ADHD Readers Book Club.
And what do you need to do?
I don't know.
Speak up. I've been telling Molly for the past 20 minutes that she needs to speak up and she thinks she's shouting at me.
I know, I do. Look, it's not even picking me up now. I'm going to have to proper shout.
That's it, shout at me. Right, so, thank you all for joining us. This is our little book club, our little thing for us.
Yeah.
Are you excited, Mol?
I am. I'm really excited. I've read the chapters.
Yeah, but the issue is you've read the whole book
I have
before.
read the whole book, yeah.
Because this was your choice of book.
Yeah.
So, how have you been finding it, trying to figure out what you felt the first time you read it?
It has been hard, I'm not going to lie, because I know what's happened. So, it's a struggle because I want to be like, read the end.
Yeah.
But no.
Well, the thing is, I really struggled to stop reading. So basically, we should probably say what book we're actually talking about.
Yeah, that would be a good start.
It would, wouldn't it? So we've been reading The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Yeah, I had to read the book to say that. We've read the first 17 chapters. This was Molly's choice of book this month.
Yeah, it was. I loved it.
We're going to be doing this book this month, another book next month, and so on and so forth.
But we're having weekly
episodes, yeah. We're gonna, it's trial and error, isn't it? Yeah. We're just gonna see how it works. Because I hate waiting for a month for a podcast.
Yeah, I know.
So
no.
We figure we could do a read along. So, I figure we should probably say why we're actually doing this, shouldn't we? So we both have ADHD.
Yeah. We met through your podcast, Mamas, about our ADHD, and then found out that's not picking me up. That we're both...
Speak up.
I am actually here, I promise. We found out we were both, obviously, avid readers.
Yeah.
Both enjoyed it.
Yeah. Both love reading, both love Lego. Scarily alike.
Very, very alike.
Both mainly hate being parents.
We do love our children.
Yeah, we just hate being the mums. It's the hardest thing in the world.
It is a struggle.
So we wanted something for us, didn't we?
Yeah.
So we've come up with this, because this way we have an excuse to get together, read books and chat for...
Drink wine when it's appropriate.
Yeah, there will be some plonk casts. There will be some where we have a few cheeky drinks. Yeah. They might not be published. We'll have to listen to them ones back. Yeah, thank you very much for joining us, and I guess we should really get started, shouldn't we? Okay. How are we getting started then?
Well, I think I want to know.
We've got loads of notes, by the way, so if you can hear paper, that's Molly.
Yeah. I want to know, did you find it an easy read?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm absolutely loving it, to the point I text you and said, am I allowed to read the 17th chapter?
Yeah.
Or, because I was in Spain.
Yeah.
And it was just great. I was reading it by the pool. It was lush. I'm freezing now, I'm back. And I wanted to carry on so badly. Yeah. And Stuart had to take the book from me. Yeah, my husband had to take the book from me. Yeah, it's been a really easy read. Short chapters, which is massively important to me. I can't do long chapters. What about you?
I really enjoyed it, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. The second time around, I don't reread, like, anything, so...
No, I don't either.
So
shout at me, Mol.
I know, shout. No, so when I obviously picked this one, I knew it was going to be an easy reread because I absolutely loved it the first time round. But the short chapters do make it easier to actually carry on with the reading. Yeah. But, like, halfway through, there's, like, little... I don't know what they're called, like newspaper clippings and like pictures and
it kind of changes it up, doesn't it?
Yeah, breaks up the chapters, and I like that. I like that in a book, so it's really, really easy.
Yeah, I agree. So
there's going to be a lot of as well. We're like,
there is, We've sat here for 20 minutes saying what are we going to say on this. We had such high hopes that we would just come on here and sound so natural and so cool, like calm, cool and collected, and we're just not them people. So
it's the ADHD though. It's like you try and do the structure, it just doesn't work. No. So we're just winging it.
So we agreed we were going to play Kiss, Marry, Kill for the first 17 chapters.
Yeah.
You picked the characters because I hadn't read the book. So you picked Ernie Diaz, Evelyn Hugo, and Don Adler. Yeah. And then I was reading it, and I got quite annoyed with you because...
I know. I couldn't remember, though, before I reread it, I couldn't remember, like, who was actually in the book. Yeah. So I remembered, like, the three sort of main characters, but there is, like, obviously other characters.
Yeah, I think it would have been good to have like Celia and Monique in the Kiss, Marry, Kill.
Yeah.
So I think we're going to do 2 rounds of it, aren't we?
Yeah.
So we'll
definitely.
do Ernie, Evelyn, Don.
Yeah.
And then we could maybe do Evelyn, Monique, and Celia. We haven't really discussed this very much.
We haven't.
We should have discussed this off the pod. So, who's your Kiss, Marry, Kill for?
So, my kiss is Ernie Diaz.
Ew.
I know, but...
Mine's the same, man.
Yeah. Marry is Evelyn and kill is Don, because I really hated him.
Yeah.
I hated him so much.
And the thing is, if you're not caught up with us, you might not realise it yet. I mean, we were talking before about whether there should have been a trigger warning.
Yeah, I think there should have, definitely.
Yeah, it was quite triggering couple of chapters.
Yeah, especially people who have gone through that sort of situation. There maybe should have been a trigger warning, because you obviously relive that sort of thing. Yeah.
So there's like domestic violence and abuse in there.
Which I didn't remember from the first time round, otherwise I would have said about it.
Oh, did you not?
No, I couldn't remember those chapters.
Yeah, it's funny that, isn't it? Because it's the thing that you think you would remember.
Yeah.
But actually, like, we were talking before about most memorable chapters, or most memorable bits, like scenes in the book.
Yeah.
And mine's a totally random one.
Is it?
Yeah. What's yours first?
Probably where she's in the set between like a little caravan-y thing. And,
Evelyn.
Yeah. And Don smacks her across the face.
Yeah.
And then she goes on like nothing's happened. Like,
yeah.
I couldn't get over that. Like,
yeah, and she just puts makeup on to hide the red. Yeah.
I didn't like that.
See, I would have thought that would be my most memorable. Yeah. But mine's actually when Evelyn and Celia are in Evelyn's house drinking wine.
Yeah.
And they're just drinking it from the bottle.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
I feel like it was the first glimpse of Evelyn as someone who didn't have a guard up.
Yeah.
And wasn't like using somebody to get somewhere in life.
Yeah, like the real Evelyn.
Yeah. It was just like a woman and her best friend drinking. And it kind of reminded me of me and you.
Yeah. Because
we're just like, when we're in each other's company, we're so relaxed compared to with other people.
Not with this.
No, not with this. Like, honest to God, Molly's sat here, like, flapping.
I'm a flapper.
See, I've had a podcast for a little while, so I'm a bit more used to it. I can almost forget I'm being recorded.
I think so, when I did the Mamas episode, I was fine.
Yeah, I know.
But I don't know why I'm flapping with this one.
Because
I think I've had
you have to put more input into this. I'm not asking you questions like on Mamas.
I know.
You have to, like, hold yourself up. I know. Come on, be a woman.
I know. I've had too much coffee as well, I'm a bit shaky.
Okay, so we've both picked the same Kiss, Marry, Kill.
Yeah.
We've both picked Ernie to kiss, Evelyn to marry, and kill Don, because he's a horrible man. Horrible man. Hate him.
Swear on here or not?
It's our podcast if you want
Kill that motherfucker.
Kill that mofo.
I hate him, like. And then we were going to
But we got an email, didn't we, about someone else's Kiss, Marry, Kill?
Yeah. Hang on,
see, we will get better, I promise.
Yes, we will.
This is...
Gemma wrote in, and she said she would kiss
Ernie. Did she do the same as us?
Yeah, she did the same, Kiss Ernie, marry Evelyn, and kill Don as well.
Please speak up.
Sorry, I'm facing the wrong way. No, but she said like us though, Celia, her favourite character was Celia. She's given it 4 stars so far, the first 17 chapters. So
I think I would probably give it 4 as well. Because I don't feel like in the first 17 chapters you can jump to 5.
Yeah.
Because it's like, obviously I don't have the answers yet like you do, but like I've put about what is this link between Evelyn and Monique, why she picked her, and you keep having to bite your lip every time I say it. I've put about the fact that Taylor Jenkins Reid has done a great job of grasping a glimpse into Reddit-style forums in terms of those clip bits. And the variety of people who use them, as in like the comments it got on it. Unsure if Julia Santos will come up again, but I dislike her. I don't even remember her at this point. Who's Julia?
I don't know.
Oh my God, we're gonna have to look back. Yeah, was that her boss or something? Was that Monique's boss?
Hang on.
I feel like we might have to pause this recording more. Love the writing style with the print. And then I've put that I'm loving the short but detailed chapters. Yeah. I can envision the scenes and characters very clearly. Evelyn Hugo is giving off... Also, she's given me a few vibes, right? So I've had Marilyn Monroe vibes from her.
Yeah, definitely.
A little bit of Pamela Anderson vibes. Yeah. Like, very sexy. Yeah. Like, the woman every woman wants to be and every man wants. Yeah. Stop looking out the window, you're getting distracted. We're going to have to swap positions in a minute. And she's also given me a bit of Taylor Swift vibes because she just sounds like the most perfectly beautiful woman. And as you know, I think Taylor Swift is the most beautiful woman in the world.
She is good, though, to be fair.
There's an amazing depiction of Evelyn's home and lifestyle. I love how the age she has stayed I love how with age she's stayed spellbindingly beautiful. That's me trying to read my own writing. I also love, like, her attitude, like, no holds barred. I'm in charge. I'm running this. Like,
she wears the pants sort of thing.
Yeah, I love that about her.
I've put down in my notes here that a bit that stood out to me that it was a bit like, it's like she was 13 when she developed, and then obviously she took her top off in exchange for sweets and stuff. So that's where she sort of started with the fact that she knew she could get what she wanted with her body, sort of thing. Yeah. So what did that make you sort of feel?
I
think, like, a bit sad for her, obviously, because she lost a mum when she was 11. Yeah. So she kind of had no female figure in her life at that point. So she kind of sort of paved her own way, as it was anyway. So I feel...
But then again, she got herself out of there, didn't she?
She did, yeah. But obviously through using people and her body to get there, so... Yeah. I was a bit sad for her at 13, she was doing that.
Yeah, I mean, if you've read it, you'll know that she kind of said, essentially, it was going to happen either way. Yeah. So she could either get some out of it or do it for free.
Yeah. And she said about her dad, didn't she? Her dad had a drink, he was a little bit abusive, so she never knew sort of what was going to happen in that situation, so she needed out of there.
Yeah, and she was also kind of thinking her dad might start making a move on her.
Yeah.
Which is so messed up.
Yeah,
and
isn't it?
So, I think they were the chapters I found hardest to read, because obviously when her husband was hitting her and abusing her, that was horrific. But when it's the ones where she was a child, having to grow up so fast, obviously being a mum. Yeah. Like, that's a horrible thought. Like, my kid at 13, like,
yeah, it's horrible,
knocks you a bit sick, doesn't it? Especially when you've got, like, daughters. Yeah. But it's a really good book so far, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it.
Any more emails, by the way, Moles? We got a few, didn't we?
Yeah, I wrote them all down. Hang on. Oh, this was one I quite liked. Scott and his wife, they're doing the read along with us week by week. They said that they're both enjoying it so far, the 17 chapters that they have read. So I quite enjoyed that one, because there isn't like a vast amount of male following really, is there? So it was nice that one actually emailed in.
I know we've got like a few men following our Instagram who've said they're going to listen along. Yeah. Which is exciting, but I like that. Like, I like the idea of Stuart reading along with me, but he wouldn't, you see, because Stuart, he'll either read a book in a day, or he'll read a chapter a month.
There's no in between.
So, it's just a very, like, as and when he fancies a read. Yeah. And I'm like, how can you not read every single night? Yeah. Like, every night for me, no matter what. Yeah. I like that, though. That is great.
I know, it's cute, isn't it?
And who else? We've had another, haven't we?
Yeah, Hannah, she messaged him with her... Because I did a story on our Instagram and said about if you wanted to email in about...
We should say about the Instagram, by the way, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
What is it?
I don't know, I can't remember.
We're
hang on, guys.
So unprepared for this. This is unreal.
But this is the true thing of ADHD, though, isn't it? Like, ADHD_Readers Book Club. That's our Instagram.
So give us a follow. It's at ADHD_Readers Book Club.
Yeah, so I put a story on there saying about if you wanted to email in with any issues you have around reading, because I know, like me and you, do struggle with our reading with ADHD. So Hannah messaged in saying she struggled with reading long chapters, which we've already said, haven't we? But she said that's why she's enjoying the book, as the chapters are short but interesting. So at least another fellow ADHD. Yeah. Who's loving the short chapters.
Yeah. I hope there's a few who are listening who are going to enjoy this podcast, because it's like sometimes with book podcasts, especially the fact that they're monthly, like this is why we wanted to do weekly. Yeah. I easily forget about something if it's not constant in my life. Yeah. So I kind of need that, like, it's there every week.
To be fair, that's what you like with your mamas though as well, isn't it? Yours is weekly, so I get updates weekly when your next episode's out.
Yeah.
I think, oh yeah.
That's the thing, subscribe if you're enjoying it so far, because then you'll get...
like notifications.
Yeah. And it also helps us massively. So if you could do that, and I think we're going to run a little competition, aren't we?
Yeah.
To sort of celebrate this coming out. So that's cool. Keep an eye on the Instagram for that. And if you want to email us like those lovely people have... it's adhd.rbc@gmail.com.
We actually had that one written down.
Molly's looking for it because I've had to memorise it because I've been like setting up the podcast, so I've had to memorise it, and Molly keeps looking.
I'm like, it's in here somewhere.
But she also can't read the email, so that's why I had to take that.
You're making me sound illiterate. I can read.
Yeah, just not our email.
No.
It is hard though.
It is, so it's a mouthful.
adhd.rbc@gmail.com.
Yeah.
So yeah, email us.
So we've had some lovely responses off the trailer as well. I was chuffed with that. The people messaging in on Instagram saying, oh, we've listened to the trailer. They were like, oh, we just love how real you are.
Yeah, well, that's what you're going to get, because we're not... I
wouldn't say like, professional,
no.
are we?
I mean, we've already said we're going to do some episodes drunk.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that one.
Do you know, we should do that for the end of every book.
Yeah.
Once a month.
Yeah.
Like the last few chapters, we should do a plonk cast.
Oh, yeah.
Wine and gin and stuff. That's, yeah.
How'd you find the book?
I don't know.
It's good.
So, yeah, I feel like we should figure out what we're going to say next month. Well, what surprised you most about the book so far? Were you surprised to enjoy it? Or had you been recommended it? Or
the first time round it was on... I think it was Book Talk, to be honest. And I come across it and I was a bit apprehensive about reading it. I was thinking, it doesn't sound like something like I'm going to be into. Mm-hmm. But when I actually picked it up and seen it was short chapters, that was what was lovely of it.
Yeah.
And then I started reading and I got into it right away. Because I don't know if you're the same, but like it hooked me right away.
Yeah. Well, I think the fact that the link between them being unknown comes up so early. Like that's chapter 1. And
like why her out of everybody?
Because I need a hook.
Yeah.
Like I just need one. So because I put, and obviously you can't talk about it because you know, but I put in my notes, is it maybe due to the cancer connection? Which...
I can't really say much about that.
I know, you can actually stay so quiet. We need to do... I'm looking forward to the ones where I pick the book and you haven't read it.
Yeah.
Well, there's a few we're going to do that we've both read and they're going to be hard because we'll just be sat here like, we love that character, like talking through gritted teeth. That's a thing. Don Adler.
Ugh.
That was a fall from grace, wasn't it?
Yeah, he started off really well.
I loved him.
I thought, yes... Finally, somebody nice, and then...
I was like, this is what she needs, he's perfect, he's a gentleman, he's excited to be with her, he wants her for her.
Yeah.
And then he hit her.
And then he was a dick.
Yeah, it just all went to pot really, really fast.
But I don't know if you could sort of see coming in that or not. I think it's because the second time round, obviously I knew what was going to happen. So I was thinking, maybe he wasn't as...
Well, I did put in my notes... Sorry, you're going to hear my paper now. I did put in my notes, chapter 8 and 9... Don Adler, marry, ? So I was like thinking about the kiss, marry, kill. What's to come? He can't be that perfect ?
Yeah. He was too perfect, wasn't he?
Yeah, and then chapter 10, I've written Don Adler, no longer perfect, ! And then I think for chapter 10 to 14, I've written incredibly sad chapters, but I love Evelyn even more. She's so real and raw. I hate Don Adler in capital letters.
Yeah, he's horrendous. Like,
yeah.
I didn't like him at all after that scene, like in the house and that. And especially the one that got me though is when he pushed her downstairs, and she bruised all the ribs in there.
Oh yeah,
I didn't like that. That was a bit triggering. I just thought I'll put my hand over my mouth.
I know you are. You really do. You're getting louder, which is good, but then you keep doing this and muffling yourself.
I know. I don't know if it's like I don't know, I have to be talking with my hands. I can't, like, leave them at the side. I think it's an ADHD trait.
Well, I'm the same, though. We're just very flappy, aren't we?
Yeah.
So, did it strike you as original?
Yeah, because before I'd read this, I'd never read anything by Taylor Jenkins Reid.
I still haven't.
I found a writing really nice. It, like, flowed properly. Because you get some books that it's very stoppy-starty, isn't it? Like, nothing flows properly. But that one, it really did flow nicely. And
it also breaks it up, though. Yeah. Like, you're in one timeline and then you're in another. Yeah. But it's a smooth...
transition, isn't it?
Yeah, thank you for the word.
I know.
Because I was sat here thinking, how long can I say smooth for?
Smooth. Yeah. No, I really did enjoy it. Did you think it was original?
Yeah, I don't think I've read a book like it because I tend to go for like crime books, mystery books. And I think because this has like a hint of mystery in it, and I quite like sort of going back in time in books.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
Yeah, because I can easily lose myself in that because I feel like I was born in the wrong kind of time.
Oh, I'm like that. Honest to God. Yeah.
We'd have been screwed in the 40s though.
I know.
So we'd have been like this.
Yeah. Locked away.
I know. Yeah. We would have been put away for hysteria, I think.
Probably, yes.
You've written what made you want to throw this book across the room.
Don Adler. Jesus.
Yeah. I know?
Yeah, I hated it.
He seems to be the answer to so many of our questions. So far, would you recommend this book? Obviously, you've read it before, but
I know.
You need to try and
I know. I'm trying to section the book in my head. From the first 17 chapters, I think, yes, I probably would still recommend it, even though I know what's going to happen, because I think the first somebody walking past.
Well, stop looking out. There's a window there. There's a window and she just keeps looking out.
I think, for the first 17 chapters, I think I would still recommend it because it is quite gripping once you get into it.
It is, yeah.
Would you?
Yes, definitely. I mean, the fact that Stuart had to take it off me on holiday. I took 3 books on holiday with me. And he had to literally swap. When I said I was done, I was like, shit. I was like, I need to find out what happens. Like, I think it's the link for me. I really want to know what the link is.
Yeah. I know what's going to happen, and the link shocked me. Yeah. Once you find out what it is, I was like, oh my God. It is such a good...
Because my brain's going everywhere with what it could be.
But I like that in a book, though. Yeah, I like that she's making you think like that.
When you sort of know what's coming.
Yeah.
Like some of the books we're going to talk about on here in the next few months, which we can't say the names of yet. Yeah. But like the one that I recommended to you on Audible. Yeah. Like it's a bit like that and it's so gripping. Yeah. And you just who do I trust? Who do I not trust? Like what? Yeah. Oh, it's so like, it's like that. It's weirdly similar to a mystery and a crime one without being
like that.
Yeah, it's that kind of structure and that kind of writing.
I don't even know what type of genre it is, to be honest. Like...
Maybe I guess it's kind of
because it's like romance mixed with.
But is it romance?
Right. Well, it's about 7 husbands.
Yeah, but there doesn't sound to be that much romance in them.
Well, yeah. I think with
the first 2
further
anyway.
along in the book.
Is there?
Yeah.
Okay.
At the end, you're gonna be like, oh my God.
Oh no, don't.
No, it is. It's fantastic. I'm just spoiler alert.
I know. Will you shut up?
Honestly, you'll love the end of it.
Oh, I can't wait.
I know it is so good. That's why I picked it though, because I know like you would love it.
Yeah.
Like it was a very odd read for me though, because it wasn't like my usual go-to, because I'm a bit like you with crime and thriller and stuff like that. It wasn't like sort of one that I would have picked up, but obviously Book Talk was like, read this, and I was
also that's just made me think. So Moles has just like flicked through the book. And it just made me think when we were setting up this podcast and we were setting up the music, the like, what do you call it, like the jingle.
Yeah.
Do. I shouldn't do that. That and the like interlude, which is just part of the jingle now. It was going to be a book being flicked through.
Brennan was like, sounds like a fart.
It sounds like a fart.
I was like, surely it doesn't. And then she played it for me and I was like, we cannot put that on the podcast. It
sounded like one of my kids had just got my phone and pumped into it. It was awful.
Yeah, so just a little bit behind the scenes from there.
Oh, we're so professional.
I know, we are.
Oh, right. So, who else were we going to do Kiss, Marry, Kill with? Because obviously we decided to do... Well, you decided to do them 3. And then I got so mad at you.
Yeah, I know.
So, Monique, Evelyn, Celia.
Yeah.
I've kind of forgotten what Monique looked like. You stop flicking through paper.
Sorry.
Okay, Celia. Obviously, Evelyn's just beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, she said she had no bum.
I know, because that was a big thing with that, because, like, everybody loves a bum, don't they? Like...
I was confused by that one. But, you know, no bum, big boobs. Yeah. Kind of, like, bleach blonde hair, but, like,
But is she Hispanic, though?
I think... I think so.
Because she said that when she was, like, trying to get roles for different movies, weren't they saying?
Yeah, and she had, yes.
A hair, and that was dark, and her skin was,
more tanned.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just look at me like I'm crazy. We're trying to remember what the characters look like.
I know. We should have wrote down, like, a description of the characters.
So Evelyn's beautiful, tall, tanned, bleach blonde hair, big boobs, kind of, as I say, like Pamela Anderson vibes to me. But also Marilyn Monroe, I think, because of the era, it gives me that kind of vibe.
Yeah, but, like, on the picture on the book, she kind of gives off...
Yeah, it's Marilyn Monroe
vibes.
Yeah. So then we've got Monique, who was mixed race.
Yeah. She broke up with her husband, didn't she, as well?
Yeah. What else did she say about her appearance? I mean, it's not all about appearance, obviously, because you can't marry someone who, like...
No, she was... she broke up with her husband, and she said, I remember reading it, she'd gone through a period where she'd obviously lost weight as well due to that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, she said she was mixed race because her mum and dad went through a period... Obviously, back then, a black man and a white woman together, it wasn't allowed, was it? So they went through the struggle of trying to find a neighbourhood that accepted them and stuff.
Yeah.
So I remember that, yeah.
Yeah. And then Celia they said she was kind of the girl next door beautiful.
Yeah. Typical type.
Yeah. So, Monique, in terms of... in terms of personality, she's... like, lovely, but I feel like she doubts herself too much.
Yeah, she definitely does.
She wasn't like brash enough for me. Like, I don't know how to describe it.
Saying that though, when she then got the offer off Evelyn, I think she picked up a little bit and started to realise she was a little bit more worth than what Vivian was given her credit for, because I remember reading when Evelyn first got in touch, it was about, like, selling dresses and that for charity, wasn't it? And they tried to, like, palm her off onto another reporter, which I thought was a bit shit, really.
Yeah.
Like,
so she's obviously been treated to the point where she doesn't think much of herself. Like, her husband's left, clearly didn't think she was sort of worth staying for.
Yeah.
Her boss kind of treats her like, oh, well, who are you? Why would Evelyn want you?
Yeah, and I didn't like that.
No, that was horrible.
Yeah, I felt like she was getting put down before she even had the opportunity to have a go.
Yeah. That's making me wonder more and more who that woman was who I mentioned. Julia.
I think it was a boss. I think.
Right.
I'm going to flip through the book.
Oh, yeah, because Vivant was the magazine. Vivant was the magazine.
What did I call it? Because I didn't call
Vivant.
it that.
Vivant. No, it's Vivant. Vivant is the magazine, isn't it? God, this is awful. This must be horrible to listen to. So, Evelyn knows her worth.
Yeah.
Knows she's beautiful, knows how to use it to her own advantage, knows what she wants, knows how to get it.
Which, to be fair, has got her quite far, considering.
Quite far,
quite far. Look at, like, when she went to... that was when she went to Ernie. That was planned out.
Oh, she said she was 18.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I quite like that because she kind of used
saw a way
the
out
smarts.
Of that. Yeah. Celia... Again, she doesn't believe in herself as much as Evelyn, but she seems, at the minute to me, very genuine.
Yeah.
I really like her. Mm-hmm. I can see you're trying to, like, hold back what's coming. No, but she's, like, she's very... At the minute, I love her to bits. Yeah. So, Kiss, Marry, Kill, who would you pick out of them?
Probably Kiss, Monique.
Okay.
Marry Celia. And
you would kill Evelyn?
I don't know, because I kind of like Celia better than Evelyn at this point.
Yeah.
I don't know, though, because I think with Evelyn, there's obviously the two sides of her.
Yeah.
At this point with Celia, you feel like she's a genuine person. But...
Oh.
What?
You're not going to say what's to come, are you?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to ruin it.
You look like you were.
No, I'm not going to ruin it. But Evelyn... has that darker side to her. I think she's a little bit fake.
Yeah, obviously, she knows how to use herself to get to places.
But saying that though, when Celia used Evelyn with the milkshakes, I thought you seen a different side of Celia in that at that point.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a bit like, she's starting to try to sort of show colours a little bit that way. But in that industry, everybody uses everybody though, don't they? Yeah. So I wasn't surprised, but I thought, oh, Celia.
Yeah, you cheeky little devil.
Yeah.
See, I think, I haven't had a chance to think about this one, but I would probably kiss Evelyn, marry Celia and kill Monique at the minute. Just because I like someone who's a bit more out there and a bit more like...
A little bit more oomph.
Yeah, like I think that's why we're friends, because we say the worst of stuff all the time. Like we just like, we speak our minds when we're together and we're loud and we're like, well, you're not.
Well, I'm like whisper loud. I'm like, ha ha ha.
And you think I'm shouting at you all the time?
Come on, I'm like, shouting at me all day.
We do spend a lot of time together.
We do, yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be my answer. I would love to hear other people's answers though, so please email them. Yeah. So it would be kiss, marry, kill, Celia, Evelyn, Monique.
Yeah, let us know why. We could do it on the next episode, the ones that are messaging. Because to be honest, they probably have different opinions with obviously Monique and...
Well, there'll be people who prefer
Celia.
Less of a... Like, I think I really like Evelyn and Celia because they're using people, but they're not... Well, Celia kind of hides why she's using people, but Evelyn's like, yeah, I'm using you because I want to get here in life, and she just doesn't...
She doesn't care, does she?
No, and I kind of think, well, yeah.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Yeah, she's getting what she wanted. She was in an awful place.
Yeah. Was it Hell's Kitchen? Did she call it Hell's Kitchen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it made me think of Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah, same. I was just imagining Gordon Ramsay in the sticks.
So was I, just shouting at people. Oh, what's that one where he's like, you're a something sandwich? He puts them between a bit of bread, doesn't he?
Yeah, I love him.
Oh, I think it's class. Oh, right, that was a bit of digressing.
Yeah. We'll have little tangents like this where we go off. And
we will. You'll be surprised that a lot of it does come out in, like, a lot of it does get edited out. Yeah. But some of it does have to stay in.
We're 25 minutes in, we've already had one edit.
Well, yeah. We're actually now 32 minutes in. 33 minutes. Yeah. I know, we're doing well.
I know.
But overall rating, you said, what did you say? Or did you not? You didn't.
No, I didn't say.
The email said. I said 4 stars.
Yeah, I would probably go with 4.
Okay.
Yeah, the book does get better as it goes on.
So, what would you give it overall?
Overall, 5.
Would you?
Yeah, hands down 5.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, it is. It's so good.
So when you go, I get to read the next.
Yeah.
How many is it? 18 chapters?
Next 18, yeah.
Okay.
I think.
So we've read 17 this time.
Yeah.
Next week we'll have read the next 18. And then the week after the next 18, the week after the next 18, that'll be the end of the book.
Yeah.
And for that episode, we will do this with a few drinkies.
Woo!
Yeah.
I'm excited now.
So am I. Oh my goodness.
I can't wait to hear you drunk or your opinion at the end of the book.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, it's just been me, like, you'll just hear the wine getting poured and me going, that is good.
Yeah, so good.
I loves it. Okay. Right, so we've gathered that we both love Evelyn.
Yeah.
However, there's, as you said before, there's like a darker side to her.
Yeah, like what did you not like about her?
I think the bit, and I understand why she did it.
Yeah.
The bit where she faked a miscarriage.
Yeah.
Was, to me, quite unforgivable.
Yeah, it was quite hard to read at that point, wasn't it? Like,
yeah, and I do understand that she, like, in a job like that, and obviously she's a fake person, she's a character, but we're like talking about her like she's a politician or something. In a job like that, she needs to have a good profile in order to get work. She's literally not going to get work as an actress and get paid if everyone hates her. It's not going to happen.
That was the thing, because it was the maid that told the story, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It really pissed me off though, because the maid come in and seen her bruises and could have went to the papers about the fact that Dom was abusing her, but
it wasn't the time, was it? I mean, what are you talking here? What era were they in? Like 50s?
Yeah, something like that.
So
it wasn't a thing, was it?
No, it wasn't even. I'm sure it wasn't even illegal.
No.
Then, for a man to hit his wife.
Yeah, but it still would have made the papers though. At that time, probably, yeah, because they were quite big, weren't they?
Yeah,
both of them. So,
but I guess the maid was getting paid by Don, wasn't she?
Well, yeah, exactly.
She knew where her bread was getting buttered. Not that I'm like defending it at all.
But you've got to like sort of cast your mind back to that sort of era though, and how it would have been perceived then.
Yeah, and the thing is, when Evelyn then went on to fake the miscarriage to get everyone back on side, that's, I think, I could deal with her using everyone. I could deal with her using her own body to get where she wanted. I could deal with her being almost nasty to people, really just not seeing them as humans. Like how she treated Ernie, who, as much as like I wasn't keen on Ernie, he clearly
loved her though, didn't he?
Yeah, and she was literally like,
"No, see you later.
I've got what I wanted. I'm here now. Ta-ra! Yeah. I'm going to date all these men so I can get jobs."
Yeah.
Because that was the thing.
She got discovered by Harry Cameron, didn't she?
Yes, her best friend.
Yeah. So I quite like that bond between them two.
I love that. Yeah, that friendship is amazing.
Nice. Yeah.
And the way that she accepts, even in that time, that he was gay.
Yeah, I loved that scene.
Yeah, and she was just like, yeah, that's what friends are for.
Yeah, because back then though, it wasn't a said thing, was it? Like,
it was illegal.
Out. Oh, was it back then?
It was illegal.
Was it? Oh,
yeah.
God. Because like she just got.
Yeah, men were arrested for it.
That's mental, isn't it? Like you think like
crazy.
Nowadays.
I don't know about in America, but certainly in the UK it was illegal.
Oh, it's shocking that.
Yeah. Like that's a hard thing to kind of think about, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the miscarriage scene for me was the line that I felt she stepped over that to fake a miscarriage.
Yeah.
Put a dampener on her character for me.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Yeah. What did you think about it?
Well, the same. Yeah, I struggled to read that scene because I know why she did it. Obviously, in her favour with the papers and everything. Because to be fair to her, she wouldn't have done it if the maid hadn't have gone on about... Sorry, not loud enough. No, she wouldn't have done it if the maid never reported on the fact... What did she report on again? My mind's gone blank.
On the fact that Evelyn used no manners around the maid.
Yeah.
The fact that she didn't want children and Don did.
Yeah, that
was what it was about. So obviously Evelyn needed to seem like she did want children.
Yeah, she painted it in that light better. Like, obviously faking the miscarriage. But for me, it was a bit...
Yeah, it's not something that you would forgive in real life.
No,
definitely why would you forgive it to a character in a book?
Yeah.
Overall, though, how would you rate Evelyn as a character? As a character, not as a person. As a character.
I think I really do like her as a character. Try not to think about the rest of the book.
Oh, Molly!
No, I do love her as a character. I do love her. I think she's fantastic. But obviously that scene did put a dampener on it for me.
Yes.
But as well as the way she just took getting abused. I know obviously it's hard when you're in that sort of relationship and she had a career to think about.
And it was a time.
The time,
you got to think about back then it was accepted.
Yeah.
What happened behind a closed door between man and wife was what happened behind a closed door. There wouldn't have been the support there.
No. She could have maybe said to Celia though about it.
Is there not a scene where she kind of did? I'm sure there was kind of a scene where Celia was saying, "Do you love him?" Because she noticed when under her makeup, didn't she?
Oh, did she?
I think I might be getting mixed up. That's ADHD for you. But I'm sure that Celia was like, "Can I ask you a question? Do you actually love him?"
I remember that bit, but I can't remember seeing bruises or anything. It probably is there, to be fair.
We're awful at this, Moles. Look forward to next week, everybody.
It'll be, but to be fair, this is us though, isn't it? Like, this is just going to be
real.
us every week.
But I would love to hear what everyone else thinks of the first 17 chapters. Everyone who's listening along, because I know we've been really lucky that because we built up the Instagram first, we've built up a bit of a listenership, a bit of a community. So everyone who's read along and is listening along, like, stop laughing at me, Moles. I'm trying to be professional.
I know.
She's sat here giggling at me. Stop looking out the window as well.
Sorry. I'm like a dog in the window.
She's got her tongue out like a tail. I would love to hear what everyone else thinks. I think Evelyn as a character I love.
Yeah.
Like, I think she's got enough to hate.
Yeah.
Enough to love. And there's enough sort of aesthetic with her. Like, she gives off that kind of...
Like that vibe, isn't it?
Yeah. But she's like... I love the fact that even though she's a character in that era, she knows she's sexy.
Yeah.
She knows she can use that to her advantage.
Yeah, she does.
And I get that in real life we wouldn't promote that,
but in the book it works, so
yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. But then again, like, I always think with these women on, like, this is totally going off tangent, I'm so sorry. Women on who, like, have, what's that thing called?
That thing, yeah, definitely.
People pay a subscription to it, don't
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Oh, yeah.
I massively respect them.
Yeah, I couldn't do that as a job.
I couldn't. Like, but I think, like, if that makes you money and you're comfortable doing it, fair play. And I think that's kind of the vibes that Evelyn gives me. Yeah, she'll do
whatever.
Yeah, because she can disconnect herself from that. Yeah. And I think, like...
That's maybe a bit of dissociation from when she was younger, though.
Maybe. God, you're bringing the trauma on.
I am, I'm bringing the trauma!
Oh, damn!
Yeah.
But yeah, I love Evelyn as a character.
Yeah.
Love Celia as a character. And as a character, I love Don. Because I love to hate him. Yeah. No, as a I think you have to have the villains. You need a villain in a book.
Taylor Jenkins Reid has wrote him very well.
Yeah.
Like what
the fall
what does
from
happen.
grace was unbelievable.
Yeah.
And it was so, like, it was like you were getting hit in the face yourself. You turned the page and he was horrible.
Yeah.
He went from being the most perfect husband.
Yeah.
Swept her off her feet, flowers.
Yeah.
You know, he wasn't bothered about the photographers, he was bothered about her.
Yeah. And that's how he hooked her, though. That's how he hooked her.
Yeah.
But it's so good, because that obviously happens in real life as well. Like, I think she portrayed it very well of what that would be sort of in a day-to-day situation.
Yeah. And obviously these days, there's a lot more support there. Yeah. There's, like, for sort of where we are, there's, like, the Freedom Project and things like that. But you just think, like, women who actually went through that, she's portrayed it so well in what they had to...
Like, to endure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to take a breath and go... No one's going to care, so I need to get on with it.
But she sort of flipped it, though, didn't she, into her own, where she's now in control of that situation, where obviously he was hitting her, but she's flipped it and was like, right, this is happening, it's going to be a scandal in the papers, let's just cover it up and deal with it. Because in the caravan scene, or wherever she was in the trailer, she said, right, you go here, you do this, you do that. Like, she just took control right away.
Yeah, she put her big girl shoes on, didn't she? And,
bless her.
I know, I love her, I love the character.
It's right to the end of the book.
I can't believe
I cried.
Are you joking?
I cried.
But you're a crier.
I am a crier, yeah.
I might not cry. I cried on the flight back from Spain, you know, because I was so tired. Like so this is like totally random. It's nothing to do with the book. I stayed awake for 37 hours and I cried on the plane and Stuart was like, what's wrong? And I was like, I don't know.
I'm just so tired.
I think it was pure exhaustion and like panic of like...
So do you not cry at like any book?
I don't think I've ever cried at a book.
Have you not? Oh, I'm a bubbler. I am.
But I don't read... You read books that tear your heart out. I don't.
I do, but like...
Well, I have done, but even like The Fault in Our Stars, I maybe cried a little bit at that.
I haven't read that.
Have you not? No, oh, I love The Fault in Our Stars.
Oh, you don't put it on the podcast because I'm going to be coming on and be like...
That'll be one in the future, guys.
No, I did cry at this because... everything she goes through and the ending, I was just like...
Oh, Moll, you need to shut up.
No, I haven't given anything away. It could be a happy cry.
I know, but I just want to read it now. Hey, next 18 chapters, here we come. Right, so I can't believe that we've spoken about this book, well, and everything else, flights from Spain and whatnot, for like 44 minutes. That's mental.
That is mental.
Yeah.
Considering I was reading the first 17 chapters and I was thinking, I don't think we're going to have a lot to say.
I know, well, you wanted to do a full book.
Yeah.
It would have been the longest podcast ever. That's my husband out the window if she's looking at that. Right then. So I think we'd probably better leave it there then, hadn't we?
Yeah.
Okay. So thank you all for listening to the first episode.
We've absolutely loved it. Now we've settled into it. I've loved it.
There'll be quite a bit actually, like, sort of pulled out, just like little snippets of just how long we laughed at each other.
Oh, I know.
Because we're just terrible for laughing at each other when we're in each other's presence.
I hated though listening to myself back laughing. I'm like, why are you laughing like an absolute horse? Stop.
I'm the same. So we're going to leave it there. So next week we will be covering the next 18 chapters of the book, so please read along. And
email us with what your views are on the next 18 chapters.
Are you going to say the email, Mols?
No, I'll let you.
So email adhd.rbc@gmail.com. Please remember to... Right, that was very unprofessional. If you heard a panting, it wasn't me or Molly, it was my bloody dog coming running up. Right. Oh,
Train of thought, where is that at?
I know. Right, so email adhd.rbc@gmail.com.
Yeah.
I am getting so good at saying
you
that.
are?
I'm so proud
That's
of myself.
going to be your line every week.
On the Instagram, please follow that. Go on, Mols.
Yeah. It's
at
ADHD_Readers Book Club.
Yeah.
I think.
It is. Yes. It's at ADHD at ADHD_Readers Book Club. Please follow that, and you can contact us on there, or you can obviously email us.
But please get in touch with what you struggle with reading as well, because we loved reading them, didn't we? Because we feel a bit alone sometimes with our ADHD, and we've had that much of a great response from other ADHDers that we feel less alone now, don't we?
Yeah, we feel a bit less crackers. What was I going to say? Who are we doing Kiss, Marry, Kill with for the next few chapters?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Right, while Molly finds that, I'm going to ask you to do these few things. So, can you please share the podcast on the Instagram with all your friends? Make sure that people... Because the podcast... the Instagram will have updates on what we're reading, when we're reading it, how many chapters per week. So please follow that. It's really important. We are also going to do a little cheeky giveaway on it because we're so excited about this podcast. We've decided to do a little giveaway.
Yeah. Because we've had quite a lot of followers, haven't we, on our Instagram? It's grew quite quickly, so it's like a little thank you for that as well.
So please share the podcast on the Instagram with your friends. Tell everyone about it. Let us know what you think. Review and rate the podcast on whatever you're listening on. Usually it can be a star rating or an actual review that you leave. Subscribe. That is massively important that you subscribe to the podcast for us. Not only does it give you a notification when the podcast comes out, but it really pushes the podcast, which is obviously what we want to do. And I have nothing left to say, so I'm going to pause the recording while Molly, she's pointing at the recording, she's mouthing pause.
Pause it.
So while she finds the characters that we're going to do next week, I'm going to pause. Right, Moles?
Yes.
Very smooth there. I feel like we really covered that so well. Who are we playing Kiss, Marry, Kill with next week?
Mick...
River.
Is that River?
Mick
somebody.
Mick what's his figures?
Yeah.
I can't even speak.
Rex North and Harry Cameron.
Love Harry.
Yeah, me too.
One of my favourite characters.
I do, I love him.
We didn't cover him enough. Right, we need to stop speaking.
I know.
Right. So, thank you so much for listening to the ADHD Readers Book Club podcast. Oh, no. We should have auditioned that. Right. Oh, whew. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks for listening, and please join us next week.